Hello, in this presentation we are going to indicate how we can utilize Porter's 5 forces in the Ansoff Matrix to analyze how these strategies work and affect the company Apple. Apple is an American multinational technology company founded by Steve Jobs in 1976 that designs and offers electronics, software, and online customer services. It is one of the largest companies in the world and is known for selling products such as smartphones, tablet computers, personal computers, smartwatches, digital media players, and wireless earbuds. Such a large company needs to consider some major factors and utilize some strategies in order to address them and stay on top of the business environment. To begin with, we're going to talk about Porter's 5 forces. Porter's 5 forces, named after Harvard Business School professor Michael Eugene Porter, is a strategic model that is used to analyze 5 competitive forces that are significant to a firm's ability to identify its structure, power, and fragility, with an aim to increase the company's profitability in the long term. These forces are competitive rivalry, which regards a company's competitors and how they can weaken a company. The power of buyers or customers, where customers can affect the pricing to lower and how important customers as individuals are. The power of suppliers, where again a smaller company would depend more on the suppliers, while a larger company would be more comfortable in that aspect. Third, by substitute products, where such products are similar and can replace another firm's products. And finally, threats by new entries in the market. If a new firm guarantees quality and good pricing to its customers, it could weaken another firm. Now we're going to look at how these forces apply on Apple and how powerful or powerless they are when it comes to shaping the business leadership. Competitive rivalry is a powerful force that is affecting the firm. Apple has many competitors like Samsung Electronics, Microsoft, LG, Dell Technologies, Huawei, Sony, and HP. An excessive combativeness can be observed in between these companies. They are highly competing in advertising and copying each other. Consumers are aware of these products, creating a huge impact in the industry environment. Furthermore, there is a vast similarity of products in the industry. For instance, most popular apps, websites, or games have the same availability on both Android and Windows as much as on macOS and iOS users. Electronics are also similar, providing with almost the same user interfaces and achieving certain functions. Additionally, the prices are similar, so shifting from Apple to another firm is extremely easy for the clients since the availability is essentially the same. The mixture of these external issues makes competitive rivalry a powerful force that Apple needs to take into major concern in their strategic management. The power of customers is also a powerful force affecting the firm. In this area, Apple competes with customer satisfaction, quality of products, good advertising, and reasonable pricing. Apple needs to make sure that customers are satisfied because they could easily shift to another firm. The prices are very similar, so changing firms will be easy for customers. In reverse, there is a little proportion of individual customers in relation to the firm's total incomes, thus leaving them weak in an individual point. Nevertheless, there's so much information presented out there about rival merchandises characteristics that further encourages the customers to change from one supplier to another. Therefore, the customers are a powerful force that impacts Apple's worries to their strategic management. The power of suppliers is a powerless force affecting the firm. Apple has access to many suppliers around the world like Foxconn, Wistron, Pegatron, Goertek, Luxshare, Qualcomm, Intel, Murata Manufacturing Ltd, and Samsung. Furthermore, Apple has a significant amount of general supply inputs like semiconductors, which make individual suppliers ineffective in forcing their needs on the firm. In addition, the proportion of the company's concentration to supplier concentration additionally restricts the supplier's power and impact in the business. it's only a small amount to a big company like Apple. So the power of suppliers is a powerless force with only minimal concerns for Apple's supply chain management, strategies, originality, and business management.
Threat by substitute products. The threat of substitution to Apple is extremely low since people prefer to have everything in one place instead of buying multiple items that can be accessed through one powerful device. These include cameras, cellular phones, computers, laptops, and landlines. The threat by substitute products, which essentially means the availability of products that can be purchased from outside of an industry, can cause considerable concern for a company. For example, when they are price matched or lower in price compared to the original product, the company must act fast to ensure losses are minimal and they are able to act accordingly with the cost structure that they currently have in place. In addition, these are a few causes of what may cause a higher threat substitute. Customers can easily switch between products. Substitute products are readily available to consumers. Substitute products have lower costs compared to other products within the industry, and substitute products often have better features compared to other products within the industry. However, companies can come up with several ways in which they are able to mitigate the threats of substitute. For example, inspiring brand loyalty through marketing efforts, support services, and product quality. This ensures that they keep selling their products at an acceptable rate whilst eliminating as much substitute threats as possible. Threats by new entries into the market. Apple experiences a moderate threat of new entrants to the market each year. Therefore, they must maintain its competitive nature through innovation and marketing in order to remain on top of the competition. For example, current threats that Apple face are Amazon, Samsung, Microsoft, and also competing against firms that have low prices. The threat of new entrants into a market refers to the threats that new competitors pose to a current player within the industry. In addition, the other forces of competitive rivalry are bargaining power of buyers, threat of substitutes, and the bargaining power of suppliers. Furthermore, the threat of the new competitors has influences upon the ability of current companies to generate a profit. This usually tends to happen when the competitor tries to sell the same product or service. In Apple's case, they would be competing with Samsung and Sony. Also, to compete against a company of Apple's size, you would need an extremely large capitalization effort in order to get the product noticed and seen by a wider audience. Not to mention, it is very expensive to develop a brand to compete against a company of Apple's size. The Ansoff Matrix. The Ansoff Matrix is a strategic planning tool that gives a system to help chiefs, ranking directors, and advertiser devices methodologies for future development. It is named after Russian-American Igor Ansoff, an applied mathematician and business supervisor who made the idea. Diversification. Diversification is essentially a corporate strategy to enter a new product line. Apple is not new to diversification, as they have been doing it for years with great success. For example, the company has a track record of diversifying in order to improve its performance and drive shareholder performances. Diversification is the combined use of all the Ansoff strategies with the focus of businesses developing new products and targeting new markets. In addition, a whole set of actions must be taken into consideration and applied. For example, market research, R&D, sales, and product development, whilst measuring them rigorously. Additionally, it can be difficult to predict the success of diversification because you typically have no experience of the product market.